My experience with Doug and the DWELL513 team was really good. I, of course, am biased because it is a team that I work on. But Doug he was always available, and Becky, who's a transaction coordinator, was always on her game and never let the ball drop and was always there to answer questions and follow through with the transaction as needed. So Doug and I, when it came to deciding on the list price for my home, I had been wanting to sell my house for a while, several months before I actually got it where I felt as though it was market ready. And I'm probably a little bit more anal retentive than most people because I work in real estate and I'm also an artist and designer, so I wanted my house to be staged appropriately. So I worked really hard on getting my house to a place where I felt as though it was ready. Doug and I kind of talked about pricing over the course of a few months, but where we were in last December of 2022 was much different than where we ended up because the market had changed so much. So by the time I actually was ready to list the house in May, Doug came over and we looked at the house together and kind of talked about where we thought it should be. We decided we wanted to list it a little bit under to see if the market would drive the price up. And although working in real estate, we know that this is usually a successful strategy, a lot of people are afraid to do that because they're afraid that they're not going to get as much from their house. But we decided that underpricing the house a little bit was the best strategy moving forward, and it actually did end up being a successful strategy because we listed the house at $285 and it went into multiple offers. It was a bit of a bidding war, and within 3 days we accepted an offer at $311. So with challenges that we faced during the process, I would say my biggest challenge was just getting my house up to snuff, because I didn't want to just list it as is. I wanted to make some improvements. So getting it from point A to point B was the biggest challenge. And one of the things that I did was I didn't completely remodel the bathroom, but I did make some improvements. The inspection report was okay, and that was my biggest worry, as I think a lot of sellers, that's their biggest worry, is what is the inspection addendum going to look like? So after I did the work that I wanted to get done, which is a lot, I did a lot of painting, I did some kitchen updating, as I mentioned, bathroom updating. I really didn't want to do any more work to the house. So ultimately, I just offered the buyers money towards their closing cost, and they accepted it. And it was actually a really smooth transaction. It couldn't really have been any better. It really couldn't have been. I got, I think like $26,000 over asking, and the inspection process was really smooth. We were able to close in under 4 weeks, and I would recommend Doug and Becky to anyone.